Now to Ukraine, which just marked its 34th Independence Day amid its ongoing war with Russia. President Trump among the world leaders sending well wishes to Ukraine, penning a letter to President Zelenskyy that reads in part, quote, "The United States respects your fight, honors your sacrifices, and believes in your future as an independent nation." NewsNation's Robert Sherman is live for us there in Kyiv. And Robert, Vice President Vance says that pressuring Russia to end that war via sanctions is not off the table.
No, not off the table at all, Nichole, because what we're looking at right now, despite the fact that there's been a lot of celebrations here over the weekend for this Independence Day, very uncertain time on the ground here in Ukraine, particularly when it comes to the state of these negotiations, with the vice president saying that the goal is still to get the Russian and Ukrainian leaders to sit down face to face. And they are prepared to use sanctions against Russia if they do not see the kind of movement that they would like to see from the Kremlin. But our own Kelly Meyer asking President Trump just moments ago about where these conversations stand and if he has spoken with the Russian leader lately. Here's what the president said to our own Kelly Meyer.
Have you spoken to Putin since last Monday, since a week ago? What is your conversation, or can you share?
Every conversation I have with him is a good conversation, and then unfortunately a bomb is loaded up into Kiev or someplace, and then I get very angry about it. I think we're going to get the war done. It's tough. I thought that would be, of the 7 that I settled, I thought that would be the easiest of the group. See, you never know what's going to happen. You know, war, strange things happen in war. The fact that he went to Alaska, our country, I think was a big statement that he wants to get it done. That was not easy for him.
So that's the president taking a question from our own Kelly Meyer. It remains a rather tense moment on the ground here in Ukraine, with heavy fighting still ongoing in the Donbass region. The president has said he wants to see Russia make some decisions, make strides towards peace within the next 2 weeks. If not, that's when he's prepared to change course. Nichole.
All right, so within the next 2 weeks, and Robert, there is a report of a Russian aircraft detected in the Alaskan Air Defense Identification Zone. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, this is something that just came down here today. They said that this has now happened multiple times. What we're getting from NORAD is that a Russian aircraft came close to Alaskan airspace into that region over there, and several American aircraft had to be scrambled as a result of all that, included an E-3, 2 F-16s, and 2 KC-135s. They say that this has happened multiple times over the last couple of weeks, did not represent an imminent threat, but does underscore the tension that does exist in that region there along Russia and Alaska's border. Nichole.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.